Well, it's that time again. Baron and the Warfrog team has just announced a brand new update coming to Blade and Sorcery called the Car Tib update. Now, this is the third of the fourth final DLC. Now, this is the third of the fourth add-ons for Blade and Sorcery that's supposed to lead us all the way up until their newly announced game, with the first one being the Rokta, the second the Centaur Pirates, and now the Car Tib. So let's dive into this announcement news and break down everything we are about to get. Baron kicks things off with a nice greeting and says that he has some good news and it has a lot of goodies to show us, but before we get that, let's take a look at the Car Tib lore. So Car Tib is a sprawling landmass of blistering desert east of Eridan and across the Kennemet Sea. The Carisi, which are the people that live there, are a decentralized nation comprised of a cluster of various clans. So in the deep lore, the tribes of the Car Tib are historically governed by local strongmen types, typically those with deep ancestral roots and ties to their particular clan. However, a new power is rapidly rising and a powerful warlord is uniting the disjointed clans under one banner, creating a new existential threat to Eridan's position as a superpower nation of Bayeth. I mean, that's some awesome lore. I don't know if we're going to actually experience that in the game, but it's cool to know that it's there. So when it came to designing the Car Tib, the aesthetics of the update, they were loosely inspired by amalgamation of Arabic cultures. So that's the lore, but now let's take a look at the new weapons we're getting. So Baron says, as with all of the Bayeth updates, the Car Tib comes with a bunch of new faction-themed weapons. The weapons design for the Car Tib was particularly fun and interesting because they had to tie it heavily in the background with the lore. Despite the scarcity of certain materials in the desert, the Carisi are resourceful people who utilize materials in their weapon making that are available exclusively to them. So the Carisi blacksmith fused dense bones of sand-dwelling creatures into their unusual weaponry, as you can see by the Khopesh-inspired blade. So this is the first look at the weapon we're getting. It is the two-handed Khopesh. I myself are particularly not a fan of Khopesh-type weapons, but this does look cool, having like a bone-inspired weapon. But taking a look at the environment, it looks like the canyon just expanded, which is really cool. It's interesting to see how those original maps will work with these new maps too. But we'll get to maps in a second. So next is bringing a little variety into the axes. We have a first entry of its kind into Blade and Sorcery with a Labrys-inspired double-sided axe. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Looks like a jade axe. It's so cool. Baron says something really cool about this axe is that it not only can it be imbued, but imbued on both sides individually. Interesting. Okay. I can't wait to get my hands on that. I hope it's sharp, man. I know I said we weren't going to talk about the map yet, but this vista just from this room right here, it looks exciting to me. Now Baron says, as for the last preview for today, keeping in the spirit of unusual weapons, they have a war scythe. Oh my God. It was a lot of fun for the art team to design these weapons because it allows the guys to create an aesthetic that's something completely different than what they're used to. Blade and Sorcery has all been about like France and medieval Europe and stuff, so this is like a far cry from that, so it's really cool to see this stuff. We're basically getting parts of the medieval mega pack built back into the game. But this next one is a massive surprise for Blade and Sorcery. It's the automatic crossbow. So introducing Car Tib's featured weapon, the crossbow. I don't know how long you guys have been around the Blade and Sorcery scene, but people have been begging for a crossbow to be added into the game since its inception. And aside from a few mods here or there, we now have a base game crossbow. So this little crossbow is a little unusual is that it's one-handed and has an automatic draw feature. Small and versatile, it is a good close combat offhand weapon. It comes with a limited amount of bolts, but as it runs out, it can also be reloaded via a top loader. That's awesome. And similar to the bow, you can also retrieve bolts as the bolts are physical. They did a lot of bouncing around on designs, and in the end, what the guys were looking for was something that could fill a niche that was not already occupied by the bow or the Centauri firearm. So when it comes to the automatic crossbow, the benefits are its steady rate of fire, quick, easy to use, and present number of preloaded bolts that can fire before the needing to reload. But the drawbacks are it's more complex to reload than the bow when you do run out of bolts, and the small size of the crossbow makes it less powerful than some of the larger longbows. So they're saying it's on par with a T1 bow. But you can actually hold the crossbow with two hands. I was a little worried that they weren't going to let you do that, but it's Blade and Sorcery, so they let you pretty much do anything. But they do have it, but the option is there, so you could always use two hands, but it's really meant to be fired with one. So this way the player can use a crossbow and sword together, for example, or even dual wield. So please, someone, for the love of God, I'm asking you as a friend, please, I want a Van Helsing style mod. I want to fight vampires. Okay, I digress. I'm sorry. Now let's look at the new armor. The design team really, they did the work on this one with this armor. Look at this is the concept work for this one. It looks like this man's wearing a mask, the cloth armor, still has some metal in there to protect him, but this is very cool looking. But the sword itself he's holding in the concept art, are we gonna get that weapon too? Because I would use the hell out of that blade. It looks like an elvish blade. It's so sick. The only thing they're not showing in this preview right now is what it looks like on the NPC, so it's possible that they are working on that one and they don't have the clipping or some of the issues solved for that one just yet, so they're not showing the NPCs wearing it. Baron says the Carisi reinforced their armor with carapaces of sand creatures, making it sturdy and giving them a unique look. Now listen, Baron, I love you, my friend. You keep mentioning sand creatures. Are we going to get some sort of sand creature in this one? Don't do this to me, okay? You can't do this to me. You can't keep mentioning sand creatures and not have a sand creature. Baron says that in the next news, they should have some in-game renders, including the Kartib enemies wearing them. Okay, so that's what I thought. They're still working on the NPCs. So now let's talk about the map. It's the Kartib faction map. This is the third map that brings you the blazing hot lands of Kartib. It'll be available in both Sandbox and Crystal Hunt. Now, I know you keep saying blazing hot on this one, but because my ADHD cannot be controlled, you know how like if you get too close to fire in this game, like you burst into flames? Could you imagine if you're wearing too much heavy armor, like you actually burst into flames by playing on this one? It could be an optional setting in the map that you turn on, like hot. Okay, don't do that. That doesn't sound fun. Never mind. But let's take a look at this map. Oh my God. You have wooden pikes that you can definitely spear someone on, ladders, and wait a minute. Is that a fucking ballista on the wall? Stop it. Stop everything right now. Are you adding ballistas into the game, please? Also, I'm just going to put this out there because I know it's not going to be in the game, but I see a lot of sand, and because it's almost 2027, I know this is VR, but is there going to be footprints that you could put in the sand? I know what you're saying, Drifter. Stop thinking about stupid things. I'm sorry, okay? When I see sand, I need to put footprints in it. Anyway, Baron says that the map is deceptively large for an arena-style map. Remember, all the maps that come in this DLC is their arena maps. But this has some verticality to it, which may not be too obvious at first glance. Interesting. And there's a lot of fun nooks and crannies to explore, as well as some parkour challenges. Oh, I'm so excited for that. So looking at this one, of course, you have walls, you have those canyons up there, you have those zip lines, a lot of climbing stuff. I'm going to be so happy to explore this whole map. It's giving me Agrabah vibes. Now, something else of interest that is also fun and interactive elements on this map, it's the ballista. Yeah, they did it. They added a fucking ballista in the game. Oh my God. I'm looking at the GIF right now of this man ballisting NPCs, and I can't even right now. You know how long I've been wanting to do this? Fucking ballista? Oh my God. Just now the modding capabilities. They're adding a ballista. The modders can go nuts with that. You could put the ballista on, a portable ballista. I can put on the pirate ship. Baron now says that's not all. He won't give away too much right now, but this is a little taster to tide you over until the next news when they dive deeper into the map. Oh my God. Look at this door. So do you guys remember before Crystal Hunt came out, it was a different style cave and you had a locked cave door? Why are you showing a door that is locked right now? You're teasing the hell out of us. This is where the sand creature's gonna be. Oh my God. Okay, now this is huge news. Buried deep within inside this update, the long-awaited Town Square daytime map. It's coming back. Thank you, God. I love the new map, of course. The nighttime is cool, but I miss playing on the Town Square, and honestly, I really haven't returned to it that much because of the nighttime. Just one, it's nighttime. Two, it doesn't look good in videos, and three, it's nighttime. So now that it's coming back in the daytime, that's huge. Baron says that the players, in many ways, have asked for a daytime map of Town Square to come back, because it got a huge cosmetic overhaul with 1.0 and they converted it into a nighttime map, but they understood that the players really wanted it. So of course, backed by popular request, players can now choose daytime or nighttime versions of the map from the board. Oh man, this map looks so gorgeous in the daytime. Goodness sakes, with the foliage too and the lighting. Thank you for bringing this back. You know how many cringe roleplay videos I can do on this level now? Baron says that re-adding this map required remaking the lighting for it, of course, but they said there's no easy way for them to toggle daytime and nighttime for it. So it's like you have to reload the map if you want the daytime and nighttime variant, which I guess that's fine. I'm just happy we have it back because this looks beautiful. Now, to clarify something, this is the Town Square daytime version and not the old market map, which was also in the daytime. So of course there's going to be some subtle differences from the old map pre 1.0, which had a slightly different layout into the town itself, and of course it didn't have its final textures. But also, big thing that I don't see in the news right here is that pre 1.0, this level, the Town Square, the market map, I should say, the market map pre 1.0 was a huge map. It was almost like a mini open world-esque where you can go to the Town Square, you can go to like the water, there was a bridge. Unfortunately, that has totally been cut. So you can't really go outside the map unless you fly or no clip out of there. So if you do go outside like the little arena walls here, you're not going to get what you used to have, which is, it's a little sad, unfortunately. If you did want that one, I believe Palpatine made a mod of it and resurrected it so you can experience it that way, or you can just kind of roll back. And that's it for now. Baron says the team, they're heavily in bug fix mode right now. With every update comes bugs, and of course, I would expect some more mods to break. It just is par for the course. Even though they say mods won't break, they will break. It just is what it is. And of course, in classic Warp Frog and Baron fashion, they give you with one final gift, which is huge. He basically has his own hidden blade in this one. Look at that. It's of course top, and you have to hold it the entire time, it seems, but it's a retractable blade. This is going to be another great update. I can't wait to try this out. All the new weapons. More importantly for me is going to be the ballista and the new maps. I'm huge on that type of stuff. Any type of interactable new item looks so much fun. I cannot wait to get my hands on this fucking ballista. And moreover, what is behind this door? Let me know your best guess in the comments section down below. And that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. It's free to do so. Leave a like, leave a comment. But other than that, I have been Drifter, the guy that looks through your Steam news and reads it back to you. And I will see you next time.
We'll be right back.